Hey, good morning, folks. It's Coach Blue for you, and today's topic is karma or harvest. Reap what you sow. So, those who are more familiar with the Christianity field or those type of religions that are similar in faith, they believe in reap what you sow or basically harvest. Those who are more inclined or following Eastern cultures such as Indian, Asian cultures of that nature are more familiar with karma. They both have similarities, but they are basically the same principle at the end when you wrap it up. Obviously, in harvest or reap what you sow, it's basically whatever you give out or whatever you plant, you're able to receive that at some point in time. I.e., if you're a farmer and you plant a bunch of corn seeds and you water them and cultivate them and help them grow, and some point in time in the future, months down the line, you have turned into corn. You have actual corn on a cob that you can take off, you can eat, you can replant those seeds or kernels and grow more corn and return the cycle. Every seed that farmer plants doesn't grow. Some just don't make it. But the important thing in that is if you plant corn seeds, you cannot get a tomato harvest. If I plant orange seeds, I can't get apple harvest. The seeds are directly tied to what is planted. In reference to karma, um, it's basically an energy based on what you expel or what you give out, you receive in return, which also revolves into a life cycle that's believed into having future life or another returning in life again as a in another dimension, be it human, non-human, in another dimension, based off of what type of experience you had now, what type of seed you sowed or energy you gave in this existence determines what type of energy you may have in another existence in reference to karma. But simplicity, basically, whatever you're giving out, you're going to return or get it in return at some point in the future. Often people affiliate the concepts with positive things. If I do this, I'm going to get this back. So I'm going to try to give out this positive energy and do these great things, so I can get this great feedback or these great benefits or have these positive experiences. But it works on a negative side too, and that's where people are often sometimes confused or misaligned. Is that in reference to energy? Um, in either concept, whether you believe it or not, whether you call it harvest or karma or whatever you want to call it, whether you agree with it or not, it's universal. It is a universal principle. It is a universal concept that was created and designed by higher powers than myself. Even if I don't agree with it, it doesn't matter. It exists. So the powers that have created us all have designed this concept, this universal principle. And whether you exercise it or not purposely, things that occur or happen in your life are a result of that. We expel energy every day, sometimes positive energy, sometimes negative energy. So the experiences or things that happen to us within our life are a result of those energies or things we expel, i.e., the seeds that we plant. And oftentimes, we aren't honest with ourselves by the experiences that we receive on what type of energy we're expelling, or in concept, what type of seeds we have planted. Everything doesn't come back directly proportional to what you planted. Everything doesn't come back in the season or time that you expect it to. It may take months, years, sometimes decades for the full cycle to recreate itself, depending on what it is. And unfortunately, we don't know what that cycle is often because it's designed by powers way higher than we are. The powers that designed us are the powers that designed this principle, obviously, and the cycle that it must follow. A lot of times, people who have negative experience or have negativity in their life or have challenges with being viewed a purpose way or do a lot of or just kind of negative with their energy often blame or often are told to focus that on someone else. It's someone else's fault for treating you the way they treat you or doing you what they did you. It's not you, it's them. Well, there is some truth to that. But the part that these folks, when they're giving you advice, be it a motivational speaker or be it a counselor or be it a family member, what they're not sharing with you is the consistency of the events that you're experiencing. If the consistency of events, be it positive, are consistent, then the energy you've expelled consistently has been positive. If you have a negative experience within that, it's a one-hit wonder. It's not a direct result of the energy you expelled. If you're expelling negative energy, and you're consistently receiving negative experiences, then it's a result of you continually expelling negative energy. So we often want to blame others for what happens to us. It's not their fault, it's our fault. We're responsible for us. We're responsible for what's inside of us, and we're responsible for what we expel. Knowingly or unknowingly, it's our responsibility. We're responsible for that. Is it right for other people to direct things to us that are negative or positive? Maybe, maybe not. In the realm of being negative, we'll say it's not all the time, because those are things that are hurtful or painful or bad experiences, and we don't like to think that we're deserving of that, or we've planted something for that to be our harvest or our karma based off what we've expelled or the energy that we've put out there. And not all times it is. It doesn't always fall in that line. But my point is the consistency of the negative events, the consistency of the treatment, the consistency of the type of experiences you have, be it positive or negative, is a direct result of the energy you've expelled over time, be it positive or negative. So if it's positive experiences you're receiving and that's what you want and you're excited about that, that's great. Continue to do what you do. If they're negative experiences and you're treated or talked to a certain type of way or viewed a certain type of way, or you bring a lot of negative energy in your settings that you're in, then you have to look at yourself. What are you expelling? And if you want to change it, you can, because it's within each of us to change the energy that we expel. The energy inside of us is not destined to us that we have to keep that, and that's what we're stuck with. We have the ability to change it, but you first have to be willing and honest with yourself to acknowledge the energy that you've consistency. I can't talk. New lips trying to break them in. That you have consistently expelled. So a life of negative experiences, be it whatever they are, negative energy. A life of positive experiences, positive energy. And like I said, we all have the power within to change the energy that we expel. And like I said, there are exceptions to that, but you're looking for the consistency of those experiences to determine your energy level of what you're expelling. So please look at yourself, look deep inside, and evaluate those things, and make the decision to change them, because you can. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy or it's a quick fix, but you can. And just because you work on changing those experiences today doesn't mean tomorrow or 6 months from now all of your experiences are going to change or be different for you. Remember, you've been planning for years, or you have been expelling energy for years. So there's harvest that is due to you based off what you've expelled. So to change the crop, you've been planting corn seeds all these time. All these corn seeds have been planted, and now you want to change the tomato seeds. Well, some of those corn seeds you threw out there to be planted are still going to root and grow into corn, even though you're out there planting tomato seeds right now. So until all those corn seeds that you planted have grown and produced and run their full cycle, you can't expect the tomatoes to replace that corn. You're going to get some corn, and as you place new tomato seeds, you're going to get tomatoes. So there may be time where you're getting both, but there will be a time before all the corn runs out or runs its true life cycle before you just get tomatoes. So understand that in your energy that you're working on changing or expelling, or that you're trying to improve upon, or that you're trying to continue or grow based off where you're at on your own energy level. Some I know that some of that may be hard to hear. Like I said, it's universal, whether we like it or not. The energy we expel, be it good or bad, we get it in return. And it's not always in the exact degree or the exact way you put it out. If I go out there and do some wrong deed, I stab somebody, doesn't mean I'm going to get stabbed. If I go out there and give someone $100, doesn't mean they're going to give me $100 back. But it will be some type of positive blessing or some type of negative experience that causes that same type of either excitement or of fun or level of pain or anxiety based off the events. So, Coach Blue for you one more time, talking about karma or harvest. Please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram as well. More importantly, please like and please tell your family and friends about me. Please tell us about our station. Please share me with them. Please encourage them to subscribe as well. I'd like to be able to grow this one day to the point where it can be viewed and help hundreds of thousands of folks. Not because I'm smart, or have some great wisdom, just because I think some of the things that have been shared with me can be helpful to some of those out there who may need the same type of feedback or information. Any topics you're interested in, please post them or put them in the discussions logs at the bottom of the screen, and we'll look at those as future topics. But most of all, as I say in every video, please, folks, gain understanding, and most of all, peace.